I think a lot of guys, especially around my age, are just getting into relationships too fast. And I mean, kudos to you if you like want to do that. This is just the way that I think, and like based on my experience and just what I think. Pretty much, I think the narrative for a lot of guys is okay. You like find a girl, get a girlfriend, whatever. If if she's a good fit, if she I don't know, isn't a hoe or whatever, and she seems like good long term potential. Okay, you get married, have kids, whatever. And a lot of guys like do this young, like late high school or like after high school or like during college or whatever. That seems to be usually when a lot of guys get into like these long term committed relationships. That's completely fine. I would just rather delay that until later because at least from what I've noticed, it's a lot harder to work on some of the things that I want to when I am focused on girls or if there's a girl in my life. Like I've noticed like when I was in a relationship, the especially like the entrepreneurial and like business type stuff, I just didn't have the time for that because having a girlfriend, it demands a lot of time, energy, focus, or whatever. And I just because like time is limited, I just didn't have that time to allocate to my business. And on top of that, I think when you're in a relationship, you just like get a little bit more comfortable and you may just not have that drive to like go out and do some of those really risky things because I don't know, the dynamics just change. I even like had a guy like he was way further ahead of me like in terms of like career and whatever. He was pretty much like just giving us this advice, and I remember one of the things that he mentioned is that you know he got a wife, he had kids and whatever, and one of the things that he was saying like, man, I love my kids, like absolutely, like I don't regret having that decision of like having kids or whatever. But he was saying like if I could have those exact same kids but I could have just like waited into like the future, like having those exact same kids, but just delaying it to like a few years in the future, I would have preferred that. And it really solidified like my understanding of it because it's like, yeah, when you commit too early, when you're not like really at that level, you're sacrificing a lot of time and energy that again could otherwise be spent doing these more, I don't want to use the word important, but I mean, I guess that kind of is the way that I think about it. Like these more important things, like taking a lot of these risks, doing a lot of the things that you want to do and that you can only really do when you're single. I think a lot of the risk taking aspect, especially when you like have a family and kids or whatever, a lot of that has to go out the window because it's one thing if you're just like taking care and fending for yourself, but when you have a partner who's depending on you, when you have children that's depending on you, you can't like do some of those things without putting other people's lives at risk. Even if it's just like these casual relationships, I think that's pretty useless too, because even though like having these casual relationships, you could say it's valuable because you gain like skills of charisma and just being able to riz girls and whatever. In the long term, I don't think that's really a valuable thing, like in terms of contribution to society, but to each his own, you live your life how you want to. Still, it's just a time suck. It drains a lot of time, focus, and energy having to like keep up with these different girls and just like have these things set up. I mean, definitely some people can manage it. It's just for me, I want to have as much time as I can allocated to doing the things that I think are going to be the most important in the long term. Cause, time spent any other way, I kind of feel a little bit guilty. I mean, I'm not perfect with this. I mean, I do things that are pretty like not that valuable with my time a lot of the times, but definitely when you have a partner or when you're just like doing things for love in general, it just takes a lot of time and energy. I think the situation may be a little bit different for me because I have family who love me and, I love them back. And because I like already have that established, I don't really feel that like need and desire to like go out and chasing love and whatever, chasing validation from other people because I already have it. Like I feel pretty secure in that way. So I'm not really in a rush. I could wait. I could literally go the rest of my life, I'm pretty sure, without getting into a relationship, having kids, or anything like that. Because ultimately, I just don't think it's that important. I probably will end up like getting into a relationship like that, having a family and kids, because I just like want that experience. And once I get to a certain point, I'll be established enough anyway to where I don't know, it probably just won't matter or hinder me as much. But in general, I just think it's way better to delay chasing love, at least from where I'm at in the path that I'm trying to go. Because I want to achieve a lot of things. I want to do a lot of things. I want to take a lot of risk. And I can't do that with a partner. I can't take those kind of risk. I can't do a lot of those things. I can't spend my time doing some things and like dedicating pretty much all of my brain power to whatever my goal is if I have a partner or if I have multiple partners and I have to like be thinking about them. Because of this, I think a lot of people get the wrong impression of me, like in like my local life or whatever. Either people think I'm gay because like I won't be chasing women like other guys do, or people think I'm cold or something because like I don't care about getting into a relationship or really getting close to people in general. It's not any of that, or it's not that I don't care. It's just, again, it's not the priority. It's not the big thing. I need all of my brain power focused on achieving these goals that I have for myself. And yeah, that's just the way that I think about it. Love can wait. I've got to figure these things out first.